The two last thing to do right now, set up our file message to job request. Here, let's just call it file message to job request. File message to job request. Okay, we are just going to instantiate it. Okay, let's call it by transformer. It's going to be is equal new file message job request. Okay, so what it needs a job. Okay, say transformer.set job. It needs a job. Okay, and it needs also the file name. Okay, but you remember we just set file name. As we can see, we have something here by default. It's going to be like input that file name, so doesn't matter anymore. We are going to finish that. So we need a job. Okay, what we can do, we have this job here. Okay, we have already a job, Spring Batch job. So in that order, let's go to our config and let's inject private final. Let's inject that job. Okay, so this is the job that we are going to use here. Import sales info. Okay, because it's our job, Spring Batch job, so we are using it here. Okay, and yeah, that's all. Let's just return transformer. Okay, how we set up the job, because when we create our file message to job request, this component, okay, it receives a job, and we set up here the job with job parameters. Okay, and here we are just going to use that. So the last thing here now to do is just to launch our job. In order to launch our job, we need one more component. Guys, don't think it's hard. It's very simple. You just have to read the documentation. Everything is there. Okay, we are going to use a job launch gateway. Okay, job launching gateway. Okay, so let's go back here. This is the part, okay, that we are doing. Okay, now we are creating our job launcher. Okay, so let's go back. Job launching gateway. We are going to use the simple job launching, just a simple job launching. It's gonna be new simple job launcher. Okay, let's call it where launcher. All right, and what it need, the simple job launcher need a job repository. Okay, so where we get the job repository, also we need to inject, because once we have our Spring batch integration and enable batch processing, okay, we get the job repository by default. So if you want to know what is job repository, you have to go back to our tutorials and see how what we said about job repository, or just take a look to like documentation, and you are going to understand it. So the last part maybe is to set a task executor. Okay, let's just say it. I think we have here already a task executor here. Yes, yeah, we have here a task executor defined. but in our case, let's just use a new sync task executor. Okay, so we could just create here a new task executor like this one here, this one, setting all this kind of stuff and blah blah blah. But okay, let's just keep it simple and let's use this the sync task executor. Okay, we could use also the async, which is the one that we can just customize. Okay, so this is the way that we create our job launching gateway. As we can see here, okay, we now achieve all these components in order to achieve what we are trying to achieve, which is polling, okay, poll files, okay, and process them once they arrive. And the last thing that we have to do, very interesting part, is the creation of our integration flow, like to combine all these components here, the file reading, the file in, and all the stuff. Now it's gonna be nice. So now let's create our integration flow. Okay, integration flow. Let's call it, let's just leave it integration flow. It's going to be nice. So return, okay, integration flows, okay, and we are going to say from, okay, where our integration flows start from. Our integration flows, let's see here, let's go back here to documentation. Gonna start by reading, okay, file. Okay, so what we have here, by reading like the directory in this case. Okay, so let's just use here, okay, the file reading message source. Okay, this is the first part. The second part is to okay, before moving to the second part, we have to specify like our source polling, okay, source polling adapter. So let's just put it like this. Okay, source polling, we are going to use the poller. Okay, it receive a poller. The poller, our poller, we are going to use pollers that we don't want to use a cron, okay, because the cron we can just like use a cron expression and process the file from time to time. Okay, for example, we can set a cron or a cron expression or quartz or something like that, for example, to process the file forever, I don't know, 10 minutes, but it's not something that we need. We are going to use a fixed delay. Okay, let's just put it here down. Okay, we are going to use a fixed delay with duration, okay, of why we need fixed delay. What is fixed delay? Fixed delay, there is a big difference between fixed delay and fixed rate. Fixed delay is, example, we process one file and until it finish, okay, we are going to give an interval, or like an interval between the last processing, okay, and the beginning of the new processing. Okay, like the first file we processed at minute 10. Okay, so we are just going to process it after, for example, 5 seconds. If we set here like fixed rate, so it will start processing before this one. Okay, for example, it will start processing the second job, okay, before the first one finish. Okay, so in our case here, we are telling, okay, fixed delay, so just process the next one, okay, after 5 seconds. So just take a look to the documentation. You're gonna see what does it mean. So another thing here to set up, we can just also set up the not here, it's here, okay, and we can also set up the max message per poll. For example, if you are processing multiple files, okay, you can process many files, okay, but in our case we are just going to process one by one, okay. And I had already an enterprise solution where we need to create we need to process multiple files, so I just had to add here like the number or 100 or something like that, and then aggregate the file and use some timeout and all the stuff. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about that, just let me know. I will provide an example for you guys, okay. So once we have our file reading message source, now we need a channel, okay. What is a channel? Once again, this part, okay, a channel where we are going to send the file. So we have created the channel. If we take a look here down, this one direct channel, so let's just call it file in, because this is the channel that we created. Next, we need a handle. Why we need a handler? Because we need a handler as I told you guys, we are going to rename our file, okay, the original file, and set it with extension processing, okay. So in that order, let's just use it, our file rename processing handler. And then we need, once we rename our file, now we need to transform, because here we have a message as a file, and now we are going to transform this message, okay, this file message, to job request, okay. Where is the file message to job request? This one that we have created here. So as you can guess, the next step is just to once again launch, okay, job, okay. Take a look back here. I will comment all the stuffs, okay, but as we can see here, we are going to take job repository and we are going to launch our job. So in the end, let's just log, okay, and finish it, get, okay. So, and don't forget, it's going to be a bin. So this is how we set up our integration flow